Welcome to the Strenuous Life Radio, the podcast where leaders, entrepreneurs, men and women learn the essentials and soft skills of the strenuous life. And now here is your guest host, Jimi Hendrick. Good to see you guys. JR is kind of under the weather, so I'm covering this. He's asking me to cover it anyway. We are finishing up this series of the Ten Commandments. Thou shalt not covet. Now, I'm going to explain this from a more hypothetical example. Stephen Phillips. Okay, he's a prospective entrepreneur, he's ambitious and everything, and he lives in a trailer. And he has a close friend he goes to see, once a week, kind of lives in a big mansion. Okay, he sees that big mansion, he sees, how happy Michael Norton is with his wife, April. And when he goes back to that trailer, he's thinking, oh, man, well, I could get to have that house and to have his wife. So he starts getting cocky. He deals with some of the baser sort in business. And he undercuts some things. And then what does he do? He finds a chink in his friend Michael Norton's armor. Why? To get with April. And to get in that big house. Getting April to chuck her husband Michael out of the house. Not minding that what this could do to their kids. That's covetousness. Covetousness is desiring what others have. And the love of money and expensive oils. There's nothing wrong with it. Dr. Del Toro McNeil says this. He said this in a church audience. He says, there's nothing wrong with having nice things, but it's nice things having you. And Stephen, he could have done the honest thing, I want a house like my friend Michael's. I want a wife like April. He could have stayed in his trailer a little bit longer. And he could have, he could have maybe tried some different dating deal, not necessarily online dating. I'm not a big fan of online dating, as you can tell. Maybe he does some traveling and stuff, and he meets a wife, woman of his dreams, and he works his business, and he's able to get out of that trailer and say, moving to, maybe it's not necessarily the mansion. He gets himself a nice condo. He has a nice life. His business is going good. He and his wife and Michael and April Norton, they go on cruises together. They go on vacations together. They're doing things together. But it's when nice things and the things that people have possess you. That's the thing, okay? Because you look at the first example, okay? Stephen Phillips is in the Norton house. He sees how charismatic his friend Michael is, how he relates to his wife and kids. But it's instead of congratulating his friend and asking the guy to take him in as a mentor, no. He starts getting covetous. He starts getting greedy and insatiable. thinking that's going to solve his problem, make him feel better. What is he? To displace his good friend, steal his wife and his family. Because he got greedy and insatiable. Oh, he thinks he won the victory, but it's a hollow victory. Let me tell you something. This is something I learned when my best friend Keith died. What good is having nice things if you don't have anybody to share them with? Because you see, after my divorce, my plan was to move back to Lubbock, make my way through school, succeed in business, and get us a nice house by the lake for me and Keith to live in happily ever after. Well, he died. And I kept on. I wanted to believe in the dream, but at the same time, there was something inside me that was just like, well, I'd given up. I had given up. And you know what's sad? What's pathetic? What's sad and pathetic is this. What good is having things if you don't have anybody to share it with? You know what? You go make the dreams. You go find good mentors. You go find good mentees. Maybe even a few people that you just hang out with. As long as they're not, idiots or anything. And you make things happen for yourself. Instead of being all covetous. Woe is me. Here's another example. Johnny lives in a condo. He's well enough off. But then he sees his friend Seth have a 2-story house. Nice wife. Nice family. Now, it's not necessarily the wife or family he wants. He wants the house. So what's he do? He gets Seth involved in a crooked real estate deal. Yanks the house out in front of him and his family. I mean, how low can you go? That's covetousness. Along with dishonesty. I gotta say this, I've enjoyed this, me and JR working on this series of the 10 Commandments. And the next series we're going to be working on is, it's going to be called, Strenuous Way. So I want you guys to get ready because it's going to be a fun-packed episode. I want you guys to know we've enjoyed doing this series, and I hope you enjoy it. Now, I hope you enjoy listening to Strenuous Life Radio. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of the Strenuous Life family. It's Jimi Hendrix saying until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Go out there and build your dreams so you can take it. Do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Now, like JR is fond of saying, think strong, live strong, and live the strenuous life. God bless you guys. You guys go out there and have a blessed day. Take care.